Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to hang out in between videos, come check out the Discord. We're also doing exclusive content over on Patreon. We're in the middle of Produce 101. We're doing Mamamoo TV Season 6 right now, as well as Hotel de Luna. Level Up Project Season 2 is on the free tier, and Mumu Trip. Today, though, we are getting further into our deep dive with IU. And this time we are doing her second album, Growing Up. So let's get into it. All right, first up, we have Boo.
Think about it.
Okay, so I think you guys mentioned that she's moving into like more of her kind of girly pop era after Lost Child didn't kind of do as well. Oh, it's IU's shop. Oh, so they're using an effect to cut between scenes like that. That's cool. But it still kind of feels like it's one take. IU house and IU street. All right. Oh, we're back to this scene. Okay. Now she's walking through it with her boyfriend. Huh. It's like a loop. Okay. So is she walking through all of her memories in this? That's kind of cool. Ah, she's dreaming of them. Okay, she's walking through her dreams. I see. And it's like she's dreaming of that relationship, even though it's something that she read about in a magazine. Cute. It's kind of what I would have expected if you had told me, like, hey, she's going to do a candy pop, kind of bubblegum pop sounding song in the late 2000s, right? Like, it's not bad. It's got a very catchy chorus to it, and her voice sounds amazing as usual, but it's not. I kind of prefer, I prefer Lost Child, to be honest. I think that sound was way more interesting and kind of showed off her vocal range better. So, like, I know you guys said that she's not particularly a fan of this era either, like that she didn't want to go into the kind of candy pop sound, but I'm curious to see what the rest of the B-sides sound like, and obviously what this sounds like live and all that. And I'm not gonna like prejudge, right? Because I'm twice as my alt. Obviously, I love candy pop and bubblegum pop. So like, this one, not my favorite, but not bad. It's just kind of somewhere in the middle. All right, let's check out the lyrics. Maybe the studio version too. Oh, it could have been the video too, because the mix on this sounds much better. That's a little harsh. Ah, so it's going both ways. That's kind of cool that she's like pointing out those feelings of why she's not with somebody the same way she was doing that with the guy. Interesting. I like the kind of call and response setup for the chorus. And I definitely think the lyrics and the studio version of this help for my opinion of the song. Like, I still think the chorus is very catchy, right? Like, it's got that nice call and response structure to it that I really enjoy. But I think the thing that really does it for me is some of the wordplay in the lyrics and some of the setup that she's doing, right? Like, she pretty masterfully sets it up so that you think she's kind of being rough about the potential person who is going to be her boo. And she kind of says a few things that are like a little like, oh, that's kind of harsh. That's a little on the nose there, IU. And then she turns it around and points that at herself, right? So you go, oh, okay. One, that is that flaw that she has a problem with. And two, she's aware of it. And that's kind of a cool flip on the song, right? You don't usually get somewhat self-deprecating lyrics in candy pop kind of music all that often. And I enjoyed this. I think it's, I still don't think it's my favorite of her tracks that we've heard so far, but I could see myself bouncing along to this in the car or something like that. I usually maintain like a playlist of everything we've listened to from the artists that we've done deep dives on. Except, you know, I'll pull out some of the ones that I'm not usually a fan of. I think this one will certainly still make the cut. All right, next up, let's check out a live performance. We know I use better with a live performance too, anyway. Music Bank, huh? Oh, and there's choreo too. I wonder if IU does DPs all that often. This has got like such a nostalgic feel to it. It's very early 2000s kind of vibe to it. Must have been like whiplash for the people who had only heard of her doing Lost Child up to that point. Even though it wasn't that popular at the time, this is like a complete 180 in both image and sound. Before we get to the next live performance of Boo, I thought that, you know, like as usual, her voice live is just kind of incredible, right? Like there's something about the way she sings that it just sounds better live than it does on a studio track. Not sure what it is. Certain artists have that, and she's definitely one of them for me anyway. Two, I think the choreo added a lot to the performance. It was pretty simple, but like there is something about when you've got that kind of poppy kind of sound in K-pop, having a group of backup dancers and having a very cute choreo that just kind of like goes, oh, okay, that's where we're at. I'm here for it. Let's go. And I think she did a great job. All right, let's check out IU Boo on Popular Music. Not sure about this program. Ooh. That's got like a very 60s feeling hairstyle on her. With the like flipped up ends on the bob. That little flip up into her head voice is really nice. I love that they changed the font and the lyrics for Boo. Cute. It is kind of wild watching music shows from this era because it is so different than it is today. All right, to wrap up Boo before we move on to our next song, which is Looking at You, I wanted to just kind of say that I think I wouldn't have liked this song nearly as much if we didn't check out the lyrics. I think the lyrics and the wordplay and the way she changed things up in the song go a long way to make the song more endearing, right? It's a little more complicated. It's nice. And then I thought the music video had some interesting effects for the time, right? That kind of idea that she was running through a loop of those fantasies almost in her head of those different scenes with her potential Boo was kind of cool. I think you could see where the CGI or where the green screening was done or the splits in the scene, but like it was ambitious and it looked good for the time. And yeah, it's just I think it's a pleasant song. It's a very pleasant song to listen to, and a nice title track. All right, let's check out Looking at You. I think somebody said that this song and the next one are part of the same storyline. Ooh. This is way more my vibe. Okay. I don't know why, this is just really vibey. It reminds me of a sound of a genre of music, and I can't put my finger on it right now. All right. Sonically, I think that song is awesome. Lyrically, there's some slightly questionable bits. Just like, because she is, what, 16 at this point, and talking about falling in love with an older guy and him kind of calling her a child, and yet still being attracted to her is a little weird. But the song itself, right? Like, and if you take that kind of context out of it, is very fun and vibey and like has a great musical feeling to it. Like, really dig the song. Content got me a little weirded out in certain sections. I know that's not like the intent, but it is a little weird with it being her being this young at this point. Kind of had the same feeling with Well, but didn't like the music in that version of Well as much as I really enjoyed this one. I'm 100% gonna put this on some of my like vibey playlists that I have for K-pop, because it puts you in that kind of like mood where you want to sway back and forth through the song, and I am 100% down for that kind of music. Hopefully you guys can't hear that too much. All right, it doesn't look like you can, but there's like sirens going like crazy outside my house right now. All right, next up is Face to Face, which somebody told me is right after Looking at You. So. Yeah, because it's the same melody. Ah, so we're gonna turn into that kind of creepy feeling on its head too, a little bit. So they got together. Okay.
빠져 밤하늘의 별로와 함께 새고 싶어 Roll out to the left 그래 내 옆이 네 자리 여기 너 위한 new folder 클릭 클릭 때로는 둘도 없는 친구 때로는 잔소리 늘어놓는 친오빠처럼 달콤한 말만 속삭이는 애인처럼 자 let it go
This is gonna drive me crazy. There is a song that, or a style, there's a song that I'm thinking of that sounds kind of similar to this. Not like exactly the same, like definitely not calling it plagiarism or anything like this, but like there's something this is reminding of me of very strongly, and I can't put my finger on it, and I hate when that happens. But, the other thing I wanted to say was, I think, upon looking at this second version, or the second half of this song, right? I feel like almost like they were one song that they just kind of chopped in the middle because the song was too long, right? That's kind of what it feels like, a little bit. Is that maybe I was a little too harsh on the lyrics in the first one, because she did say that he was only like maybe a year or two older than her. So it's not as creepy as the other one felt, where like you could tell Mario looked a lot older than she did and it, like, if you think of it more as like a high school crush romance and like that kind of naivete of like being so deeply in love at that age, it becomes a little more sweet and nostalgic than it does a little weirder. You just gotta remember and place yourself in the lyrics of the song a little further. And it's kind of sweet, this face-to-face, they've gotten together. He's saying like that she's his crown, that like he's going to cherish her and she can lean on him. And like there's this mutual respect that's going on in the lyrics of this one. And yeah, it's very cute. Like the two of these together is like a very cute whole song. It feels like, it feels like each of these were the two halves of one song. And it, probably some of that is that the melodies were exactly the same. And just the lyrics had changed out, but still. Okay, next we have a live performance of, I can't tell if this is Looking at You or Face to Face. I'm not sure. I think it...
My love is real. Take my hands, baby. I want to take
Oh, this is some like expert quality from back in the day. I think this is Looking at You. Her kind of like breathier tone in this song is so nice. Vibing out with it.
감사합니다.
Okay. Oh, before we get to Pitiful, let's just wrap up looking at you and Face to Face. I think, yeah, I've got a high opinion of both of those songs. I think I probably will only put one of them on my playlist just because they are kind of same melody, and without having the lyrics up in front of me, it'll be hard to tell the difference between the two. So I don't know which one I'll choose yet. Probably Face to Face, just because the overall lyrics seem to be, you know, happier, right? They've gotten together. Everything seems to be working out in Face to Face. So maybe I'll put that one on my playlist. Still, overall, I really liked both of them. I think musically and like the melody in that one, it's really addicting, very sweet, very vibey. Again, I don't think I'll ever escape the feeling of like needing to rock back and forth while watching or while listening to that one. I think that's just going to be the mainstay of those two songs. All right, next up we have a song called Pitiful. Ooh. She has such a way of putting emotion into her voice. Oh. The strings, like the melodrama of the song. Ooh. Ooh. Man, okay. That felt like a wild departure from the rest of this album, which was a lot, for the most part, has been very happy and uplifting about the love stories that it's been a part of, right? Between Boo and Face to Face and Looking at You, right? Like all of them have been about either yearning for someone or having gotten together with someone. And this, in turn, is a breakup song, but it's also like, I think when she's talking about being one-sided love, maybe the other person didn't even realize that she was interested in them, and it was this self-pitying song about not being able to do anything about it and kind of forever being single kind of vibe too. And then just like the powerful emotion that she's pouring into the lyrics is really nice. Like you can hear the way she is like purposely putting breaks into parts of the song in her voice where like you can see it's almost like the emotion of singing about these things is overwhelming her. And I think that's a really cool thing to do it in a ballad. And it's like you have to be intentional about it. You need to know the spot where that works to make the song better versus something that feels theatrical or forced, right? You have to make it feel natural and also work to the melody of the song, which is impressive. Like, that's one of the things that I've liked the most about IU so far, has been the way that she builds emotion into her songs, whether it's happy emotions, sad emotions, like the whole gamut, right? She does a very good job of getting the listener to feel exactly what she wants you to feel. And that's super impressive. All right. Next up, we have a radio live, Pitiful. Excuse me. Ah. It's too late. Okay. And I gotta oh, right. Hold on. Before we start this, I gotta remember part way we gotta stop because there is a spoiler for Marshmallow in this video, which is the next title track. And you can tell she's like leaving her breath sound in the song, almost like she is breathless because of the emotion. The vibrato there. Oof. And the vibrato there at the end, very like well placed to make it feel like her voice is trembling as she's finishing the song. Really cool. All right, again, we're gonna skip the last half of this video because Marshmello is coming up in the next album. And we have IU A Dreamer is up next. Featuring Business. Okay. I'm loving the kind of calm acoustic vibe so far. Ooh. Oof.
그리워 별들을 그리며 달빛과 둘이서 춤추던 dreamer 하늘 위로 날며 처음 만나는 자유 꿈속에서 또 만나요
누군가가 내게 다가와 왜 아무 말 안 하는지 되묻지만 쉽게 말하는 말보다 상상이 더 오래 기억되고 좋은 걸.
Dreams come true sky's the limit infinity this is my little secret
All right. Before we watch this live performance of it, which I believe G Dragon told me that the member of our community who helped put this list together told me that this one was performed not with business, but with her partner on a K-drama at the time. And like he was the male MC of the K-drama she was on at the time, which is cool. That's a really neat way to switch it up and give fans of that drama a bit of fan service too, right? Like to have them sing a song together for a live performance. But I will say about the song itself, right? I think this might be my favorite track on the album, at least so far. I think it has gorgeous imagery. Her sound is like ethereal and dreamlike, and his kind of rap verses are a nice contrast to that, but they don't feel like they're a separate part like a lot of rap verses sometimes do. They feel like they're interwoven in a way that fits the song really. So yeah, I think this one, I think Looking at You and Face to Face are like a close second, just because the musicality on that one I really vibe with as well, but I think this is my favorite, at least right now. Really, really cool song. Curious to see, one, her do this with a live band, because that's going to be even better. And two, how Oh Jung Suk performs this. Oh, this is more recent then, huh? Is he the guy from My Mister? It looks like he might be. The shades are killing me, man. Are those her other co-stars? Oh. Oh man, IU. He did put his name in there. That's funny. I can't with those shades, man. She's laughing too. She's dying at those shades. Oh my goodness. That was fantastic. What fun. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but he looked like the guy from the guide when we watched like that little snippet of My Mister. So that's my guess. But wow, did she sound good there. She sounded amazing already on the album, but like her live performance there was just like mind-blowing good. Ugh. It's kind of too bad that like the comedy of the situation with him being a bit of a character took me a little out of like her really emotive and powerful sound, which I appreciate. You know, even through the laughing, I could still hear it and I was really drawn in by it. But like, oh man, they seemed like they were having a very fun time between the four of them on set too, which is always nice to see. All right. Next up, we have a song called For Without Me. Ooh, little phone call. Okay. It's a little distorted, like she's on a voicemail. Oh. The gap between like the cutesy sound of this song and the really kind of serious message is doing it for me. She's like, I got you now. No. Don't let it go. He did it not once, but 4 times? Nah. She did let him off the hook at the end. Interesting, right? Like I would have thought that would have ended with like, nah, I've had it. But it seems like at the end she said, you know, please love only me. If you do this again, I'm not gonna let it go. Meaning that she did eventually let this one go. Cute. I think like the song as a whole had like a very cutesy kind of sound to it, but like it was about a cheating boyfriend who, like, she found out what happened. There was a big fight. He keeps calling her and she's ignoring it and going through like, and is mad and trying to like reconcile what's going on. Like, very serious topic. I think personally, this would have been my choice for the title track. It's very bop coded in terms of like the sound, but the lyrics have like a different feel to them, and I think that contrast is interesting. So for me, I would have liked to have seen what the music videos and the choreo kind of feel would have looked for this. Again, I like Boo. I think it's a good song and I think it's a good title track. But I think for me personally, this one would have been one I would have chosen to be the title track. All right. Next up, we have Graduation Day. It's kind of a shame we don't have a live for that one, though. Are we going to use that in our beat? Because that would be dope. I'm loving the synth in this. Ooh.
오늘은 학교 졸업식 중학생이었던 이지은이 벌써 고등학생. 좀 이상해 좀 서운해 친구들 떠날 생각에 내 기분이 왠지 좋진 않아. 매일 걷던 등굣길 오늘 내던 선생님까지 내 기억에 조금씩 작아지는 추억들이 되겠지만 I'm alright, I'm so fine, 아무 문제 없잖아. 가끔 속상한 일 있으면 잠깐 울면 되지 뭐. I'm alright, I'm so fine, 아무 걱정하지 마. 아마 내겐 나쁜 날보다 좋은 날이 많을 거야. 책상을 정리하다가 그러다가 문득 친구들과 찍은 사진 봤어. 찾아볼 땐 없었는데 어디에 있다 온 거야. 나 기분이 좋아진 것 같아. 뭔가 좋은 일들이 생길 것만 같은 이 느낌. 눈을 뜨는 내일이 기다려져 이제부터 시작이야. I'm alright, I'm so fine, 아무 문제 없잖아. 가끔 속상한 일 있으면 잠깐 울면 되지 뭐. I'm alright, I'm so fine, 아무 걱정하지 마. 아마 내겐 나쁜 날보다 좋은 날이 많을 거야. 헤어져도 멀어져도 우리는 꼭 예쁘게 자라서 또다시 만날 걸 알잖아.
Ooh.
I'm alright, I'm so fine, 아무 문제 없잖아. 가끔 속상한 일 있으면 잠깐
The layering in the final verse is really nice.
I'm so fine, 아무 걱정하지 마. 아마 내겐 나쁜 날보다 좋은 날이 많을 거야. 졸업하는 날 졸업하는 날 졸업하는 날
With the cutout for the last one. Nice. Yeah, so The last three for me have all been kind of home runs. Like, I think that one had a really nice nostalgic vibe to it. It got you in your feels for that time when you were still in school and like it was nearing graduation day, right? Or like it had just passed, you know, etc., etc. When you were leaving that group of friends and starting something. And there's that little twinge of sadness, but still kind of hope for what could be going forward. I think it summed up those feelings really well. So yeah, that was graduation day. It had, I think those last three have been kind of like absolutely freaking fantastic. Now, we have Hey/Well, the rock version music video coming up next. So I'm very curious to see how this is different from our last look at Well.
1, 2, 3, go!
Okay, like very different. Got like a cheerleader theme.
있잖아 왠지 두근두근 가슴이 떨려 몰라 있잖아 괜히 나를 보는 눈빛이 너무 좋아 Baby what you see 내게 다가와 You we 부끄럽지만 Hey to see 알고 싶어 나 숨겨둔 너의 맘 Oh 나를 원하니 가지고 싶니 나의 모든 게 전부 네 것이길 바라니 사랑한단 한마디만 솔직히 말해봐 이별에 혼자 훌쩍 흩어구는 건 싫어 정말 사랑해 너와 생글생글하고만 싶어 항상 Baby what you see 두 손을 꼽아 You we 세어보지만 Hey to see 그 누구보다 네가 제일 좋아 Oh 나를 원하니 가지고 싶니 나의 모든 게 전부 네
I love these kind of behind the scenes MVs that groups do sometimes. They've always got like a nice kind of look behind the curtain feel to them. Ooh, the switch to the piano for the bridge. Ooh.
나를 원하니 가지고 싶니 나의 모든 게 전부 네 것이길 바라니 사랑한단 한마디만 솔직히 말해봐 나를 원하니 가지고 싶니 나의 모든 게 전부 네 것이길 바라니 사랑한단 한마디만 솔직히 말해봐 부드러운 내 입술이 네 볼에 닿을 때 나만 사랑한단 말만 속삭여줘 darling
It's an early fan meet or fan signing. Cute. All right, so like, I think it feels like they took everything I said about the last version of the song and we were just like, hey, don't worry, we got you. They lifted out Mario's part and made it just her and then changed up the arrangement a little bit, which I didn't hate the arrangement in the original, but like they spruced it up and gave it this rock version and it sounds fantastic. This is the song, right? For me going forward, I don't think I'm probably going to listen to the original version now that this exists. Like, damn, way better. Loved that. I think the video was adorable. I think the song had great, like, guitar riffs. The piano was really a cool touch in the middle and the bridge. Her voice, you know, always sounded fantastic on this track, original included. But like just on its own felt a lot more cohesive, and it just felt better. Felt way better. Liked that a lot. All right, cool. Let's check out the lyrics. I wonder I'm not sure if they just put the instrumental in where Mario's verse was for this version, or if she has new lyrics as well, but I'm sure we'll find out.
1, 2, 3, go! 있잖아, 왠지 두근두근 가슴이 떨려 몰라. 있잖아, 괜히 나를 보는 눈빛이 너무 좋아. Baby, want to see 내게 다가와. You breathe, 부끄럽지만 A to Z 알고 싶어. 난 숨겨둔 너의 맘. Oh, 나를 원하니 가지고 싶니. 나의 모든 게 전부 네 것이길 바라니. 사랑한단 한마디만 솔직히 말해봐.
Yeah, I think this is where Mario's verse was. It's just the instrumental now.
이별에 혼자 훌쩍훌쩍 우는 건 싫어. 정말 사랑해. 너와 생글생글하고만 싶어. 항상 Baby, want to see 두 손을 꼽아. You breathe 세어보지만 A to Z 그 누구보다 네가 제일 좋아. Oh, 나를 원하니 가지고 싶니. 나의 모든 게
This like little pre-chorus is, yeah.
사랑한단 한마디만 솔직히 말해봐. I believe you 'cause I'm in love with you. 이런 느낌은 처음이니까.
Oh, that slide.
나를 원하니 가지고 싶니. 나의 모든 게 전부 네 것이길 바라니. 사랑한단 한마디만 솔직히 말해봐. 나를 원하니 가지고 싶니. 나의 모든 게 전부 네 것이길 바라니. 사랑한단 한마디만 솔직히 말해봐. 부드러운 내 입술이 네 볼에 닿을 때 나만 사랑한단 말만 속삭여줘 darling.
Yeah, that's got to be a lot of fun live, right? I feel like that song probably, this version of the song probably exists because they wanted to do this version for a concert and they put it on the album because it sounded so good, would be my guess. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's what it feels like, right? It feels like they did a rock version at a concert and it went over so well that they put it on an album. But either way, it sounds so good. All right, let's check out this live version. Oh, she did it on MusiCore. Okay.
Yeah.
This must be the other one along with Boo that she promoted. Oof. The backup dancer's falling back when she goes into the bridge. That was a cute touch, looking at like she was giving directions to the backup dancers. Cute. Oh, we got another live performance that's a little later on, it looks like. But that first one, the Music Bank performance or Music Core performance, was adorable. It was like I'm starting to see why people called her like the nation's little sister. Like she gives off that vibe very strongly during this era, right? Of just like adorable little sister, like and like they kind of lean into that image a lot, with like the backup dancers kind of being in versions of school uniforms and the cheerleader vibes, and like she's got that marching band leader kind of vest on, but like it's cut off so that it's a little more like a rock vibe to it. But yeah, it's adorable. No other way to put it. All right, let's check out this Real Fantasy concert version. Ooh, okay. The crowd participation's fun.
이별에 혼자 훌쩍훌쩍 우는 건 싫어 정말 사랑해 너와 생글생글하고만 싶어 항상 Baby 두 손을 꼽아 세어보지만 그 누구보다 네가 제일 좋아 나를 원하니 가지고 싶니 나의 모든 게 전부 네 것이길 바라니 사랑한단 한마디만 솔직히 말해봐 I believe you cause I'm in love with you 이런 느낌은 처음이니까
Go off, guitar player.
자, 갑니다. 하나, 둘, 나를 원하니 가지고 싶니 나의 모든 게 전부 네 것이길 바라니 사랑한단 한마디
The little bits of like spoken word that she's sneaking in there to do crowd work.
가지고 싶니 나의 모든 게 전부 네 것이길 바라니 사랑한단 한마디만 솔직히 말해봐 부드러운 내 입술이 네 볼에 닿을 때 나만 사랑한단 말만 속삭여줘 달리
Ooh, okay. Belt it out, IU. Oof. All right. I feel like that belt was added in for this concert. Yeah, okay. Was that like, that felt like it could have been a encore version of that song. Like it felt like something that was a wrap up to the concert. I really enjoyed the crowd interaction and crowd work in that. I think when a band or an artist really knows how to work a crowd, it heightens my enjoyment of it because I really like watching live content for artists. I think it shows off how talented they are as musicians. And when they're really expert at doing crowd work on top of those kinds of already demanding performances, it shows the level of work and the comfort that they have on stage. So like, I really like to see stuff like that. And I thought she did that expertly. And the crowd knew exactly what she wanted. She was like, they were right on sync on those little sections. Really, really cool. All right. That is actually the finale of not only that concert, I feel like, but our video. I think this album, the back half of it from I think it's what? A Dreamer onward is my favorite part of the album. I think the back half of this album is absolutely fantastic. I think the front half of the album is good, but not quite as good as everything from A Dreamer onward. I think my favorite song, is probably Four Without Me, but the rock version of Well is also surprisingly, for me anyway, up there, really up there. I think they took a song that I was not a huge fan of and made it into one that I'm a really big fan of. So like, I think that's really cool. It doesn't happen that often, you know, when you hear an artist, hear a song from an artist that you like, that the song itself isn't for you, and then they turn around and do a different version of it, and it's all of a sudden up there in terms of your list of favorite songs for the artist. It's Very rare for that to happen, for me anyway. But here we are. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us for today, guys. So until next time, love you. Bye.